Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. How y'all doing? We back with
And
another episode. What's up, Sam?
what's up? It's Raw Autism Perspective podcast. That's what's up.
I know that's right. How
You know,
you doing? How was
I'm
your week?
doing okay. How are you?
Hey, another week. Another week. Amen. Amen. Another week. Praise, to the high. We made another week.
Yeah, finally.
And we back for another episode. Check us out. You feel me? You feel me? Tell me how your week was, though. Let me find out.
Hectic. On the move
Wow.
all the time with the kids, and like it's just too much sometimes. Like sometimes I'm really finding myself out here not even really taking care of myself like I should be. It make
Mama
me
got to
it make
take
me
care.
feel
Mama bear
sometimes.
got to take care of Mama bear.
I know, but when you got kids and then, not being funny, but you got one that's on the spectrum, it's kind of hard because then you forget to eat, you forget to, so it's a lot. Sometimes I just want to break down, but it's all good.
What was your favorite meal this week, past week?
Oh, I made this fire ass pasta.
You.
I made this stuff. It's like stuffed noodles or like stuffed shells, but it kind of remind me of like spaghetti. It's just the
And the tail.
shell in the shells. And you put like your cheese in it. Oh my God, it was fire.
What you stuffed the shell with?
Like meat, bell peppers, ground beef, stuff like that. I was
I
tearing that.
can dig it. I can dig it. And you use regular, do you use white sauce or the red sauce? So the white sauce.
You try to trick me, right? I used the red sauce. You say,
Cause no, I'm saying I know the shells. I know the
oh.
shells that you use, right? And you can do chicken fettuccine like that. Like you can put chicken and cheese inside of there and then, put it
Why
in
would
the
I
white
put white
sauce.
sauce on
It
some beef? Some
ain't ain't fettuccine sauce, ain't Alfredo white.
How was your weekend?
My week was very intriguing.
How
You
was
want to
that?
know why? You want to know why my week was very intriguing?
I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell me.
I might think about it.
Oh, don't take too long.
No, that's the week felt like it took too long. You feel what
Mm,
I'm saying? Like I had multiple doctor's appointments. The vampires got me. I call phlebotomist vampires.
okay.
They stuck me about 4 times this week. You feel what I'm saying? Got some stuff coming up medically that I need to take care of. So,
Okay.
that was pretty much my week. Living in LA, traveling like 2 hours away to go to the doctor is hindering me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to move. That's
Yeah.
my goal within the next 2 weeks is to move out of LA and get closer to my doctors in Pomona, California.
Right.
So that's pretty much was my week. Transportation wise, man, I'm trying to tell you, this public transportation is not for the weak. Public transportation in LA is not for the weak.
Why?
Because we know what? Public transportation is not for the weak anywhere.
Okay.
It don't matter where I'm at on public transportation. It's always an issue. It's always a problem. Somebody stank. Somebody trying to get on for free. Don't nobody want to tap their card. The conductor got to stop the train because he getting into it with a passenger or somebody that pulled the fire. One of these YNs, as they call it, young boys then pull the emergency thing down. So now everybody we stuck in the area because they trying to find out what the emergency is, and it ain't no emergency.
No.
So these are the things that I go through going in transportation. I travel from LA to Victorville. You
On
feel what I'm saying? On Take the train from LA to Fontana and then take a bus, which is called the VVTA 15. Victorville Transit Association 15. It takes you from Victorville to San Bernardino to Colton to Fontana.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes back up to Victorville. I swear for Jesus, you can't open the windows. They don't have the air on. I'm tired. You don't even understand. I'm exhausted with public transportation. So for everybody that can drive, be happy, be blessed that y'all can drive because public transportation is not for the weak. Other than that, you know,
But that's
I made
crazy.
some
You mentioned
fire
Victorville out of
tacos.
all places.
I made some fire tacos. You understand me? Ground
But
turkey
you
fire
wait a minute.
tacos.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because you just mentioned Victorville. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that there's something that we need to do in Victorville.
Like what? I'm because
I think you should let them know.
I think you should let them know.
I mean, if you insist.
I insist on
Okay.
you let them know.
Well, let's just say this. If you're in the Victorville area and you know some areas that are vacant for, let's say, a sensory gym, let us know because we actually are looking into opening in Victorville
What?
a sensory store.
What?
Okay.
Well, let's do it. Let's do
Let's
it. Hey,
do it.
y'all heard what the El Capitan said.
Let's
We
do
coming
it.
to Victorville, y'all. We trying to open the store. So make sure y'all tap in. Let us know where we can open the store up at.
Because it's definitely happening. I'm not.
It's
It's definitely happening. Some roadways was blocked, but others open, and it is what it is. And a lot of people have reached out, and I've said, why not? I'm up here this way, so why not? Let's do that.
hey, it's supply and demand. You feel me?
Yes.
Supply and demand.
And
If
now
y'all
we could be able
demanding
to
it, we gonna
meet.
supply it.
Yes, and now we could be able to meet. If you guys have any questions, like especially the ones that I know in the IE that I talk to on a regular, we can actually meet up, probably have like a mom's day, father's day, just parent guardian. It needs to happen because I feel like a lot of stuff is going on. I feel like this is going to be much more than the sensory store. It's going to be where people actually just kick back and they're able to just
Digest.
digest
Yeah.
everything because a lot of people are really going through it. Like a lot of moms, a lot of fathers. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like
Families.
I feel them. Just in general, families. I feel for them. So you guys are more than welcome to stop by. We'll keep you posted on more information, but on some real stuff, Ed, I feel like we need to get into this video because this is something that touched my heart. And this is why I feel like the sensory store would be great for people to come by, not just to buy stuff, but to really just vent.
Okay. All right. And I understand. I watched that video and as a son having a mother, my mom went through a lot with me growing up. I guess you can say I was a real life bubble boy. So I don't know how many times my mom probably had crashed out with me being in the hospital so much. You feel what I'm saying? Working 12 hours as a nurse in the ER. You feel what I'm saying? And then you find out your son in the ER.
Mm,
So and then you being a mother, that has a son. You feel what I'm saying? So just like I know I don't know, and I never asked my mom like, have you ever crashed out?
right.
You
Well,
feel what
let's
I'm saying?
actually get into the video because I really want to I I watched it, but I felt like I need to watch it again.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
I really want to get into that.
Hey, let's get into it.
All
Hope
right.
y'all ready.
Stay tuned.
Autism sucks. And for all y'all, oh, autism warrior and my superstar and my superhero, man, whatever. I'm not even trying to hear that right now because this was not supposed to be my story. I am the early intervention specialist. I work with kids that do this. It wasn't supposed to be my kids. I don't want to hear that God doesn't make mistakes. I don't want to hear, well, at least she doesn't have this. At least you don't know. If you don't sit over here, you don't know. Not knowing if your child's going to get hurt when you're not around and she can't tell you if somebody did something to her. Not knowing if she's ever going to talk. I have a friend that I went to high school with. Our daughters were born on the exact same days. And I'll look at her story sometimes and, man, I get jealous. I get jealous. And I know tomorrow will be better. And I know I won't feel this heavy and I'll just go back to advocating for fighting for autism and all this stuff. But today sucks. Autism sucks today. I just thought the numbers would be different. We just left the developmental pediatrician. I just thought it would be. Autism sucks.
Not nice. So you being a mother, having a child on the spectrum, right? How can you relate to her?
In every way imaginable, because I feel like that every day. I feel like that every day. Like, and it's not saying that I don't love my life and my life with my child.
Yeah.
I feel like that every day. And I have to repent because we're not supposed to be jealous. That's not how God intended us to be. But when I say that I find myself in that situation a lot, just looking at everybody and being like, you know, you don't have all these IEP meetings. You don't have all these therapies. You know, you don't go through none of this. Like, ooh, like what I would wish. I never complete that sentence because now that I'm so in tune with my child and this is like my life, I can't imagine it being anything different. But if somebody was to ask me, like come to me and say, I can give you the same life that you have or a different life with your child not on the spectrum and just living regularly, I couldn't tell you I would choose that because I'm so used to her that
You're already programmed.
I'm programmed like that. So you giving me a daughter that can speak, that can go to the bathroom on her own, that can do this, that can do that, I would look creeped out because that's not the way that my mind is functioning now. So it's like when I see people are able to like just do anything with their child without their child stimming and stuff like that, it brings me to tears. I've screamed in the shower. I've literally asked God, why me? Like it's really gotten that deep. I literally felt like I could not go forward with life because this situation that I felt like I put my daughter in. But then I have to realize, how would you know? Like, how would you know that it was going to turn out like this? Like, you didn't plan for your life to be like this.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard watching that because I want to like cry with her. I want to hold her and to be like, yeah, no, you're right. It's unfair. This crap is unfair. But at the end of the day, that's being selfish too. Because as much as it's about the kid, I can't make it about myself.
Yeah.
Because I could only imagine what my kid is thinking on the inside that she can't really say. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I being like this? This is all I know. But it's like, I don't know if her mind is jumbled and she just don't know. So it's like, as selfishly as I want to be like, I'm jealous of that person or this and that, whatever, and I can't do it. I'm literally like, I wouldn't have it no other way because I don't want whatever she's going through in her head mentally to ever be disregarded. Like, I want to be able to help you go through whatever you're going through because I love you like you're my baby.
Yeah.
It's heavy, like doing this stuff alone. And I believe she's a single mom because I was on that page looking. I don't think she has the father like around like that. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but when you doing it by yourself, like on a regular, it's
Daily basis.
it starts taking over a part of you where you start having resentment. And it's resentment not towards anybody else but yourself. And there's a lot of times where we don't even say that out loud because it's like, why am I resenting myself? You resent yourself for how you got in this situation because now people start thinking, oh, if I would have never met such and such, this would have never happened. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you would have met somebody else too, it could have happened over there.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot of resentment that we have on the inside and we don't want to say it. And we don't want to say how autism really affects mothers, fathers, aunties, uncles, cousins, because you just sound so selfish saying it out loud when this person is back here fighting for their life.
So
Like,
my question is it really being selfish though?
yeah.
Because you also have to have your own feelings and emotions too that you got to keep in check. So is it selfish trying to make sure you okay to make sure your kids is okay?
No, it's selfish dwelling on something that you cannot change.
Got you.
That's what I think is selfish. I think
Okay.
it's selfish because you can have a crash out. You can have like your feelings, your emotions. You can do all that. But it's kind of like, okay, now you got to pick yourself up and that you had your moment. You got to pick yourself up and you got to keep going. Because if I choose to sit in this and sit what I'm feeling, now I'm being selfish because this person needs me mentally to do what they need physically, financially, everything. So it's I can sit in this moment for that one time, cool. Cool. If that's what we're gonna do right now for about an hour and we're gonna vent and we're gonna scream and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, cool. But in the next hour, it shouldn't be like this. Because in the next
So
hour, they
no,
need,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
they need to keep going. Like we gotta keep it's like a pick up and go. Like I can't just and maybe that's just me because that's how I operate. I'm not saying everybody has to be like this. But me, when I have my moment, I sit in that and I say I'm gonna give myself an hour and I'm gonna go through it.
Yeah.
Now, if I go into the second hour, I'm being selfish because now I start feeling my body. And you know your body. You start feeling your body wanting to get depressed. As a woman and as knowing what I can go through and what my mental will take me through because I know me, I can't sit in it for too much longer.
Yeah, and y'all very hormonal. So yeah, y'all, man, I'm so happy God made me a man. But anywho, that's
Really?
I'm just saying, like I was dealing with a female at a particular time, right? And it was cool. Everything was beautiful. And then I found out she had an autistic child. Wasn't tripping. Like I coach. So I've been dealing with autistic children for the past 30 years. You feel what I'm saying? Even as a teenager, I was still coaching autistic kids. You feel me? So I didn't have a problem with her telling me that. My problem was when she would crash out, it would be for long periods of time. You feel me? Like I wouldn't hear from her for like 3, 5 hours. The day would go by. And, me knowing that I would give her space until like she got mad that I was giving her space. I gave you that 3, 5 hours you be taking. You feel what I'm saying? You mad at that now? So it was like she was projecting this space to be another excuse to have, like how you said, being selfish, of
Mm-hmm.
sitting in that
Mm-hmm.
instead of picking up and going.
Right.
And I applaud you for that. My little hand clap because I don't need to be loud. But I applaud you for that because a lot of people do sit in it. A lot of people sit in their emotions and feelings and never express it. You taking that hour is actually allowing you to breathe. mentally, physically, emotionally. And a lot more people have to do that.
Mhm.
Family members, parents, friends, even the guardians and teachers. Like, I don't even know if teachers and counselors and the people, the special, I don't want to say special ed,
Yeah,
um,
that's what
the, but because I don't like saying special ed, like the
special
teachers
education.
who,
To say it
yeah,
out, like
the
Okay.
teacher who work with children with disabilities,
Mhm.
you know, um, we don't know how they handle crash outs. You
Right.
feel me? Because they working with the kids. And like how she said in the video, I work with kids.
Hmm.
And I don't think people understand like that whole dynamics of you working with kids and still having a crash out. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like and I understand, the jealousy and everything, and I just applaud you for picking up and going, picking up the pieces and still putting the puzzle back. Hey, perfectly puzzled. Putting the pieces back together to make sure it's perfectly puzzled. To keep going. I applaud you for that. Pat yourself on the back. You know, because you doing it. You doing it. Because as you see in the video, she probably doing it too. But that was a particular, like how you take your hour.
Hmm.
That was probably her moment. And
And did you
it's,
recognize the baby was in the back? And I don't know,
yes, yes,
but
knocked out.
it
I
was
want to
in the
be
back,
sleep like how the
knocked
baby
out,
was. I'm
knocked out.
trying to
But
be
you know
sleep.
what's crazy? Like maybe I want to say 75% of the time, that's when we do it when they sleep because
You
it's
better.
like
You better.
everything is silent. But then there's times where you're too overstimulated, and then it be that other, you be like, no, I'm crashing out like while they still awake and they can hear me and stuff like that. Because to them, it's not gonna make a difference because oh, mommy's just being mommy, they don't know. But I could never have a crash out in front of Lena. And whether like right there, I could never do it. Like while she's up, I could never do it because I really feel bad like that I could cry, I could do this, I could do that, but I can't get inside your brain to figure out what is it that has you just so like it's like a what are those things like you shake and it's like you stop and it keeps going and going and going. I forgot what it's
The
called.
time capsule thing, or are you talking about the
Just
little
it
things you
jiggles.
shake?
Like it's like your brain is just like this.
Oh yeah, yeah, scramage and everything.
And it's like even if you're just sitting there, that's what I feel like her brain is on. So I feel bad because I'm like, my brain is like going crazy, but I could only
Yeah.
imagine. And I just want to hold on to you, even though she don't like that. But I be trying to hold on to her. I love you though. And she just get off of me. And it be those type of things where it brings me back. And it's like
Yeah.
she could do something and I could still be in that mode and I'm climbing myself out of it still, but she could do something so funny. And then it's not like I forgot about it, but it's like my mind just kind of like, and this is the bright side about the spectrum is that there's going to be crying moments, but these laughing moments, you're going to have more laughter than you do cries. And those are the days that I look for. And I don't know if I could say it best like that, be better.
Well, I feel like just being a parent and just going through things with your children. People say terrible twos. Your child be the worst at terrible twos, right?
Yeah.
And it's like when you dealing with a child that's on the spectrum, like how you ladies are, it's like you're dealing with terrible two every day.
Yeah.
Even beyond two, the age of two.
Like
You know.
I is it every day? It's like,
A repeat. You feel what I'm saying?
and then she mocking. And you don't want to say nothing. You just
No,
like,
at all. Don't want to say nothing because she a sponge, repeating everything you say. You feel what I'm saying? So I really like the video touched me. The video touched me, and because it touched me in the sense to where people really just don't know what you're going through.
Yeah.
People can assume, people can think, people can even give you an option or opinion on how to help it. But if you don't actually know what I'm going through or can't relate to me,
Yeah.
how can you tell me how to deal with this?
Exactly. And
So
and
I
even
feel
having it, I can't tell you.
and because you going through it your own self, and what works for you may not work for somebody else.
Top five. Gold star for Ed.
Whatever. Hey, when I was a kid, I always used to get gold stars. Don't play with me. Gold
Don't try
stars,
that.
silver stars, blue stars, hearts.
You also what I deal with on a regular. Anyway.
but but I say all that to say, my respect for women, my respect for mothers, and then the stuff y'all have to go through just being women, and then being on top being a parent, and on top of your child being on the spectrum at the same time. That's like a triple whammy because you're already dealing with your own hormonal issues. Now you got to deal with the whole simple fact that you're a parent. That's
Mhm.
a whole, like, people don't understand how much of an issue it is being a parent.
So when you say that right there in a nutshell, because when you say that, that makes it seem like we got our whole hormonal issues, which you said, right? And then we got to go handle this. So let's add salt to the wound. Now, this is why I cut men off quickly when it comes to dating because I don't have time to babysit your feelings. I got my feelings, I got her feelings. We're tapped out right now. So if you gonna be over here and being like, oh, well, you don't check on me, and dude, I checked on you yesterday. It's your turn. I'm not
Hey,
doing this every day. I could barely keep my mind together. Like this dating pool, I feel like if you ain't got a child or you don't have a child on the spectrum, do not hit me up. Like, because you're wasting my time. Like, you're not gonna get
yeah,
it.
because
You're gonna be like,
if you're not understanding, if fellas, if you're not doing your own research on autism, if you're not learning about autism, being on the spectrum, off the spectrum, high spectrum, low spectrum, if you're not learning about this and you trying to date a woman who has a child on the spectrum, if you're not going to be understanding to her situation, leave that woman alone. If you're not trying to be there to help her go through this journey with her child, leave that woman alone. Because women with children in general, spectrum or not, don't approach a woman if you don't plan on being in her life with her and her kids.
mm-mm,
And for y'all women out there that's letting these men come in your life, taking you away from your relationship with your kids, you need to look in the mirror and get yourself back.
mm-mm.
So,
Ain't no way.
man, I'm trying to tell you, I see it all the time, Sam. Like these women just let this man come in their life and forget about their kids. I
Mm-mm.
get it to understand, but at the end of the day, you're the one that had them kids. So take care of your priorities. And once you take care of your priorities, God will send you that man that's meant for you.
Yeah. Because I ain't
Stop
that
chasing,
desperate for a man dress and believe me.
man. Stop chasing that. Don't chase the man that's taking you away from your kids.
And if you see that, because there are women who realize that is happening. Because your kid could even say like, oh mommy, I don't even see you like that no more. Or we don't do nothing like this no more. And then you get upset because you ain't been dating in a long time. And now a man came around, but then now your child is holding you accountable, telling you that we don't do this stuff. Now you want to nut up at the child and be like, oh, this, it. No, sit down. Your child is telling you. If you don't know how to balance a relationship and your kids, it's not going to work. And I'm gonna be honest, the social media is still getting out of hand where social media influencers are saying like, oh, when it comes to the single moms, like that's like basically the wagon that you need to hop on. Sir, no, it's not my wagon. You better hop the hell off because you gonna get left right where I found you.
Hey, because
I
it's
don't even
income
want
tax
to
time.
embarrass y'all like that.
It's income tax time and it's cold outside. You see
And
it's
who
snowstorms
taxes? Because my
everywhere.
baby daddy not even getting my part of my taxes. So what are we talking about? No, now you're making stuff up.
But no, for real though, like fellas, stop doing that, man. If you're not gonna be there for that woman and her kids, y'all might as well just leave that lady alone, man.
It's my kids.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, it go both ways. You know, same with women. If you're not gonna be with that man, knowing that he got kids on the spectrum, leave that man alone. Because at the end of the day, us men, we have feelings too. It's real ones out here that are really trying to make sure a home is taken care of, and you have women doing the same thing that men are doing.
Exactly.
You don't even want the dude, but you like his house, his car, you like him taking you out on dates, but then you don't never ask him about his kids.
Mm-hmm.
But fellas can't be stuck on her because she fine. Or she got a big booty or whatever the case may be. Like, we gotta realize and stay firm on who we are as men and make sure we take care of home before we worry about these women.
Exactly. And then if you are healed and you're ready to date, shoot, the
Make it happen, Captain.
victory store might be where you may find your mate. Because I'm gonna
Hey,
be
you
honest,
never know.
see a lot of single dads. You're gonna see a lot of single moms. You're gonna it's and if you could literally mesh with somebody who matches your energy, matches your lifestyle as far as having kids on the spectrum and y'all can relate, that might be what it is. You just never know.
And you might find them at the store in Victorville.
Hey,
You never know.
never know. So I
You
want you
just
guys to do us
never
a big
know.
favor, and I want you to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And
Now,
also let us know in the comments if there are any vacant places open in Victorville that you guys will recommend us to go to, because we're trying to make this happen this year. So if you thought we was playing, we not. So
think
all we need is
again.
a good location, send it to us, we'll look it over, and we'll take it from there.
Thank you for tuning in to Raw Autism Perspective. We are. I got you. I'm Ed, y'all. I'm Ed signing out, and that is
Samantha.
Holla.
Bye.